what happens in the third shloka. Let me chant it for you. Sa evayam maya tedya yoga prokta puratana bhakto si me sakha cheti rahasyam hetaduttamam. This same ancient yoga, which is the supreme secret, has this day been imparted to you by me, as you are my devotee and friend. A beautiful shloka. Let's understand the words, the translation of the words, and then we'll go through it. Saha, sa, that. Puratan, ancient. Today we say Purana. So Puratan, ancient. Yoga, of course, you know already, knowledge. Sadhana, teaching. Evayam, which is what? The same thing. This ancient knowledge, the same one. Evayam, which is what? Prokta, has been taught. Te, to you. Maya, through me. Maya. Understand this word? Through me, not by me. The actual way of translating Maya is through me, Adhyay, today. So this same ancient knowledge, which is being taught to you through me today. Why? Iti, because considering that, because asi, you are, me, my, bhakta. I'm teaching this same ancient knowledge to you because you are my bhakt, you are my devotee. Cha, and what else? You are my sakha, you are my friend. I'm teaching this to you because I consider you to be my devotee. Not only my devotee, I consider you to be my friend. And remember, for, why am I teaching this to you? Why am I teaching this knowledge to my sakha and my bhakt? Etat, this knowledge, uttamam, is the most profound, most important, highest rahasyam, secret. Bhagwan says, this knowledge, which I have given to the sun god and which has been passed down from the beginning of creation, that same knowledge I'm giving it to you today. And do you know, it's the most profound, most important, most secret knowledge. And do you know why I'm giving it to you? Because you are my devotee and you are my friend. And you know, if we are getting this knowledge today, that same knowledge that Paramatma has given to the sun god at the beginning of creation, you and I are getting this knowledge. How privileged are we? How important is this beautiful Shastra called Srimad Bhagavad Gita? It is giving us this knowledge, this supreme knowledge. And why is it supreme? It is supreme because it is the knowledge that will liberate us from the eternal cycle of life and death. Sa evayam maya tedya yoga proktaha. I am giving that same knowledge to you today. Now, in the previous shloka, we understood how this knowledge got diluted, became impure. Now Bhagwan is assuring Arjuna, Arjun will be thinking, oh, so now all this knowledge has become impure. All this knowledge has got diluted. What's the use of me studying this knowledge? Now time has passed and, so much impurity has come into this knowledge. Now what's the point? Bhagwan, no, not Bhagwan yet. Krishna, why are you telling me all this? I don't want to know all this. I just want to leave this war and go away. Bhagwan is reassuring him. He's giving him guarantee. Look, don't think this knowledge is some rubbish knowledge. It's the same knowledge that I gave to Sun God that has become lost and diluted, but I'm not giving you the lost and diluted version of this knowledge. Same knowledge which I gave to Sun God. Acha? Krishna, you gave it to Sun God? Now, can you imagine what Arjun must be thinking? How can it be? Krishna is my contemporary. He must be born around the same time as me. We are almost the same age. And he's saying he has given it to Sun God. Now I'm more confused. Krishna, you're confusing me totally. All this must have come out on Arjun's face. Because he has not yet understood who is this Krishna, who is my charioteer. He is not just my sakha. He's not just my friend. He's not my relative. He is not, the counselor in the court. He's not just someone who gives me good advice. Not understood. This Krishna is the avatar of Paramatma. He's probably thinking, Arjun, and many must have also thought while reading this Srimad Bhagavad Gita by themselves without any understanding, this Bhagwan Krishna is quite egoistic, huh? He is quite ahankari, saying, I gave it to Sun God and all. So the beautiful word here is Maya. Through me. This knowledge, I am not telling. This knowledge has come to me. Maya is coming to me through me. Through me, it is coming to me. Bhagwan is not saying, I told this knowledge to you. I am telling you. I am telling you, this knowledge is coming from Paramatma through Bhagwan Krishna. Bhagwan is saying, right now I'm in the avatar of Krishna. But Krishna has not invented this knowledge. Krishna is not the one who is telling this, inventing some, new age technology, some new age spirituality, just to manipulate you to fight this war. Krishna is saying, Maya, this knowledge is coming through me from Paramatma for your liberation. Okay. So now the question comes. Why did Bhagwan Krishna reveal this secret knowledge to Arjun of all people? Was it necessary to give it to Arjun only? So there could be many reasons for it. And one of the reasons is that Arjun is a Kshatriya prince. And because of his, standing in society, his prominent Kshatriya prince from the royal family, he would be in a position to spread this knowledge to others. So if you want to get something into the society, into the citizens, the highest person, if he's convinced of this knowledge, he would automatically allow that knowledge to get trickled down into society. Or if a CEO of a company is convinced of some new technology, let's say, convinced of some new training program, then automatically the CEO would say, let's do this program for the rest of the employees. In the same way, Bhagwan could have chosen Arjun because he was in that capacity to be able to pass this knowledge, which is the supreme knowledge, to others also. Now, Arjun being a Kshatriya, especially Arjun, he had a good mixture of Rajogun and Satogun, Rajas and Sattva. Both these, Rajas means the ability to work hard and also the ability to express. And Sattva, basic, innate goodness as a person, good nature. So Now let's see, if a person gets this supreme knowledge, highest knowledge, the best knowledge to liberate you completely, that person would have two choices to do. What would he do with his life with getting this knowledge? One choice would be that I have this knowledge, I can liberate myself, I will take this knowledge, I will sit in contemplation with this knowledge and remain purely sattvic, purely still, purely silent, purely steady in this state, stay in sattva and liberate myself. And it would be perfectly valid for that person to do that. But if the person wants to teach this knowledge, if the person wants to spread this knowledge to others, then he would have to sacrifice some of his satogun. He would have to sacrifice some of his satogun, become a little rajasic, and then only with that rajas would that person be able to work towards teaching this knowledge to others, expressing this knowledge to others, and taking others along with him to liberation. Rajas is movement. Sattva is goodness, understanding, knowledge, making others understand it also. So Arjuna had both these things within him. He had the rajas of movement, he had the sattva of understanding, and so perhaps Bhagwan thought, I can pass it to Arjuna. But there were others also he could have passed it to. Yudhishthir he could have passed it to. Yudhishthir also had these qualifications. What about Bhishma Pitama? What about Dronacharya? All these people could have been candidates for passing this knowledge. Both, all of them had some rajas and some sattva. But there must have been some more qualification that Arjuna had, especially more than Yudhishthir, more than Pitama, more than Dronacharya. And Bhagwan tells us exactly in this shloka what those two qualifications are that Arjuna had more than all the other Kshatriyas present, for which Bhagwan revealed this secret knowledge, considering Arjuna as the best candidate. He said, Arjuna, I am revealing this knowledge to you because you are my bhakt and you are my sakha. You are my devotee and you are my friend. So let's understand these two qualifications, because you and I would also like to have this knowledge revealed to us, in which case we should know what the qualifications are. You want a job in a company, then you have to know the qualifications required for that job. You want to get into a college, you want to get into a technical institute or a management institute, then there are so many qualifications that are required, and you will be working hard, going for tuitions and going for classes to get all the high marks in those competitive exams. This also is like a competitive exam only, but very few competition is there, because it's not so easy to be bhakt and sakha. Of who? Bhagwan. Let's see the first reason. Bhakto, see, you are my bhakt. This supreme knowledge. You can, get the knowledge of the highest institute of management. You can get the knowledge of the highest institute of management, engineering. You can get the highest knowledge for medical college. You can get the highest qualifications for a political post. But this knowledge cannot be told to everyone. And even if it is told to everyone, everyone cannot understand it. And even if they understand it, theoretically, they will not be able to put it into practice long enough to liberate themselves. So what are the qualities of a bhakt? What do I have to do? What do I have to become? How can I become a bhakt? Two qualifications are required: faith, shraddha, and surrenderfulness while doing seva, samarpan bhav. Shraddha and samarpan bhav. If you have these two towards Bhagwan, then you would be considered a bhakt of Bhagwan. If you remember, when we did Adhyay 2, Arjuna asked Bhagwan. He was so confused. He was in a dilemma. Shall I fight this war or shall I run away? Shall I become a sannyasi? He was so confused. So in Shloka 7, Arjuna tells Bhagwan, tell me what to do. Don't tell me what is pleasant for me to hear. Tell me what is in my highest interest. What is Shreya for me? And tell this to me. I'm asking this to you because I am your disciple. Go to chapter 2, verse 7 and read that beautiful shloka. When we go to ask advice to Guru, we already have in our mind the answer which we expect the Guru to give to us. We want the Guru to give us an advice which is comfortable for us. We want the Guru to give us advice or tell us the path to take which is easy for us, which is comfortable for us, which suits us. We are not asking for what is our highest interest. We are asking for Priya. We are not asking for Shreya. Therefore, if you're asking for Priya, if you already have a preconceived, a pre-understood, a pre-accepted advice that you hope the Guru is going to tell you, then you are not a bhakt. Then you're going to Guru as a dictator. You're going to Guru as a manipulator. You're not a bhakt then. So Bhagwan will not reveal. He will not reveal this secret knowledge to you. He will not reveal it to anyone who's going also with a doubt. Doubt is not accepted. Doubt in this case is called sanshay. A doubt in this case is like rust in your antakaran. It will simply eat away inside. If you have a doubt, and you should have doubts, if you have a doubt, you don't keep that doubt in your mind. You ask the Guru to clarify your confusion. You ask the Guru to clarify your doubt. And you keep asking. And the Guru, a true Guru, will keep replying, will keep answering the question, will keep trying to make you understand till you get it. But will not let that rust, eat away and corrode your antakaran. So we are not, Sanatan Dharma does not advise blind faith. Doesn't say just do it. It's not a commandment. Just do it. Don't ask me questions. No, ask me questions. Clear your doubts. Keep asking till you are convinced of the teaching. And if you still don't understand it, if you are a true bhakt, if you still don't understand, the Guru will say, okay, put it into practice. Don't do it just because I say. Don't believe just because I say. And don't just stay that way. Put that teaching into practice. Make it practical. Putting this teaching into practice, putting the Bhagavad Gita into practice through the sadhanas is more important than just listening like that to the lecture. Put it into practice. And when it actually starts working for you, when the teaching actually starts working for you, and the clarity comes, and the doubt gets cleared, That's what we want. That's what Bhagwan wants. That's what Sanatan Dharma wants. So Bhagwan will not give it to a doubting mind who is not interested in clarifying the doubts. Especially, there are non-believers who will not only doubt, and of course, they will not put it into practice. They will not experiment with it. And when they don't experiment with it and they don't clear their doubts, they ridicule the teaching. They ridicule the Shastras. They ridicule the books. They ridicule the knowledge. They even ridicule Bhagwan. So Bhagwan has clearly told us in the 18th Adhyay that this knowledge, I will read it to you because it's an important shloka for you to know. It's Shloka 67. Bhagwan has said clearly, this secret gospel of the Gita should never be imparted to a man who lacks in austerity. Austerity means tapasya. Why tapasya? Because without tapasya, what is tapasya? Tapasya means making the mind go in the line on the path of dharma, what is shreya, instead of going into the line of priya. And when you go into what is good for you, rather than what is comfortable for you, it will be uncomfortable. And when you still go through the uncomfortable thing, you will need, that will be your tapasya. So that is the tapasya we're talking about, not someone standing on one leg or lying down on a bed of nails. So don't impart this knowledge to a man who has not done the tapasya of going down the path of shreya instead of priya, nor to him who is wanting in devotion. Don't give this knowledge to the person who has no faith, shraddha, and who has no samarpan bhav towards Bhagwan, or obviously towards the Shastras, or obviously towards the teaching, or obviously towards the Guru. Nor even to him who is not willing to hear. Not willing to hear. That is why I tell all of you, don't force people to come to satsang. There's no point. They're not willing to hear. They will just come and sit. Their mind will be somewhere else. Their thoughts will be somewhere else. Nothing is going in. They're not willing to hear. Bring them when they are in the mood, they've done tapasya, they want to hear. And in no case, it says, to him who finds fault with me. Me with a capital M means Bhagwan. So if you want this secret knowledge, this highest knowledge, this supreme knowledge, you will get it, provided you have trained yourself, you have developed yourself sufficiently to have shraddha, faith, and samarpan bhav, surrenderfulness towards Bhagwan, towards Shastra, towards the sadhana, towards the teaching, and obviously towards the Guru. First qualification, bhakto si. But that is not enough. Then what you have to have? Sakha, the feeling of sakha. Sakha cha, he says sakha cha. And sakha, not only bhakt, not only sakha, both are required. So what are the qualifications of a sakha? First, let's understand this word sakha. How beautiful Sanskrit is. If you take the word sakha, it's made up of sa and kha. Sa, sat, sat. Sa, along with, taking along. Sa, sakha. And kha, kha meaning sat, sat, khelna. And sat, sat, khana. Kha for khelna and kha for khana. So the sakha is the one who sat, sat, you enjoy, you have fun, you play, and you also eat together. That person is called Sakha. So let's see, do we qualify as a Sakha? What is the first quality that a Sakha needs to have? What is the quality that a person must have to qualify as a Sakha? And that is the bond of love, sneha, prem, not pyar, prem. There's a difference. You know, when you have a best friend, Sakha means best friend, huh? When you have a best friend, you reveal all your secrets only to your best friend. You may not tell your secrets to your family member. You may not tell your secrets to your mother or your father, but you'll tell it to your Sakha. You'll confide your deepest secrets only to your Sakha. Huh? Why? Because there's a bond of love. There's an apnapan. There is a oneness with your Sakha. See now, Arjun in the first Adhyay, he is a Kshatriya. He is known for his valor. He's known for his courage. He's known for his manliness. He has his fame of fighting so many battles, of being, Adhyay, of being not afraid of anything, not afraid of death, not afraid of being killed, simply doing his dharma. But in the first chapter, we don't see him like that. We see him at his weakest. And for a Kshatriya of this caliber to admit to anyone that he's scared, that he's feeling weak, that his limbs are trembling and shivering, and his back is slumping, and he's depressed, and he's confused, and he's devastated, to admit that, he can only admit it to his Sakha. And that is why he admits this. He confides his weakness to Bhagwan Krishna. And that, even that, just that one thing qualifies him as a Sakha. Sometimes even when we pray to Bhagwan, we don't confide our weakness. When we go to a guru, we don't confide our faults. We go and show ourselves as very pavitra. We go and show ourselves as very pious, that we do this sadhana and we think like this and we talk like this, but the other person does all the wrong things. We never show ourselves in our correct negative nature. Therefore, we are neither Sakha of Bhagwan nor Sakha of Guru. There is no love bond. We want to manipulate the Guru to see that we are so great because we are so pious, because we are so accepting, because we do so much sadhana, because we never lose our temper. We are so good. We are so good. The other one is the bad one. Therefore, if you are not confiding, you are not opening your true nature to your Guru, you are not the Guru's Sakha. Right? So that's something we need to think about. So Arjun confided his deepest secret to his Guru. So the Guru is now confiding the highest knowledge to Arjun, to his highest Shishya. Highest Shishya means Sad Shishya. Which Guru will show himself in his weakest moment to a Shishya. He'll always portray a very, calm and controlled facade. But to the Sat Shishya will see the Guru in his weakest moment, in her weakest moment. A Sat Shishya will be privy to the Guru's tears, if need be. And therefore, to create that bond of love is needed for the Shishya to receive the knowledge from the Guru. So the first bond is being a Sakha with a bond of love. Is there any other qualification required to be the Sakha of Bhagwan and Guru? Same thing. The second qualification is Tyag. What is Tyag? Renunciation. The ability to renounce for Bhagwan. The ability to renounce for the Guru. See, when our closest friend, our Sakha, is in trouble, is in need, then a true Sakha will renounce everything to be with that closest friend, right or wrong? Your closest friend is having trouble, then you will be ready to stay up all night and support that friend. You will be ready to go and, give up your luxury or your leisure time and be with that Sakha when the Sakha is in trouble. Whether it is, any resource, whether it is money, whether it is time, whether it is comfort, whether it is food, whether it is sleep, you will give up everything and you'll just be there with that Sakha, right or wrong? That's why there is a saying, a friend in need is a friend indeed. So during the Mahabharata war, and in those times during the war, there were strict rules of how to wage war. From what time to what time was the war time. You could not attack your enemy before a particular time or after a particular time. That's why they would blow the conch that now the war has started, this time has come. And there were strict rules about one soldier could wage war only against one soldier. It was always one-on-one. It was not that you have to gang up against one person. And there was also a rule that you could only attack soldier to soldier, army person to army person. You could not attack the charioteer, for example, because a charioteer is just doing the job of driving the chariot. So you cannot attack or kill the charioteer. So those were the rules. But during the Mahabharata war, Ashwathama started attacking Bhagwan Krishna because he was part of the army which was adharmic. So, and it was against the rules. So what did Arjun do? Arjun placed himself in front of Krishna and he took all the attacks of Ashwathama on him. He had his shield on, his kavach on, and he took all the arrows of Ashwathama on him and he made Bhagwan Krishna safe. So he was ready to tyag. He was ready to renounce his life for his Sakha. At that time, he did not know anything about being Bhagwan or anything. Of course, no arrow could kill Bhagwan Krishna right there at that moment, unless Bhagwan Krishna was ready to renounce his own life. So Arjun qualified as a bhakt with his bond of love. Qualified as a Sakha with his bond of love. And he also qualified as Sakha with his quality of Tyag. He also qualified as a Bhakt because of his willingness to be devoted, of his willingness to have Shraddha, his willingness of Samarpan. So if we want to get that same qualification as Arjun, then we also have to have these 4 sadguns. And you can note them down because Bhagwan is telling this to you from his own Uvacha. Bhagwan Uvacha is telling this to us. If we want union with Paramatma, please be clear that you are not going to be able to use this knowledge. You are getting this knowledge. You are hearing all this knowledge. You will understand it because you are intelligent enough to understand it. Theoretically, you all know what is the meaning of Shraddha. You all know what is the meaning of Samarpan. You all know what is love. You all know what is Tyag. But just knowing the meaning and what it entails and all these examples, you understood perfectly. But until and unless you train yourself to develop these sadguns, this knowledge is not going to be fructifying into a paroksh anubhuti. What are these 4 qualifications? Faith or Shraddha, surrenderfulness or samarpan bhav, devotion or bhakti, renunciation or tyag. These 4 qualifications you develop in yourself, your own divinity will reveal itself to you, a paroksh anubhuti. You will get the direct experience of your own self being aham brahmasmi. This is my wish for you. So if you want to practice this, start with Shraddha. What do you have to do? Understand this knowledge. If you have doubts, ask the questions. Practice the sadhanas. Practice the knowledge. Put it into practice little by little. Baby steps, baby steps, baby steps. If it still doesn't clarify your confusion, then ask more questions. Keep asking, keep asking. Develop Shraddha. Then slowly, 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 the other qualifications will come, because the foundation of your spiritual growth, the foundation for all the other qualifications is also only Shraddha. Without Shraddha, you will not be able to do sadhana. Without Shraddha, your clarity will not come. Without Shraddha, titiksha will not happen. Without Shraddha, bhakti will not blossom, and love though far away. So first and foremost, Shraddha. For the next fortnight, I would really like you to develop Shraddha. Whatever you have confusion for, whatever you have, dilemma about, put it down in a question. Send it to me. And it's my responsibility to answer you to the best of my ability. All right. Let's end here for today, and we will go ahead with the most beautiful verses, most beautiful shlokas, which will come in the next session. Let's end with a prayer. And if you have any questions, please send them to me. I will answer them. Satoma Satgamaya Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya Mrityurma Amritam Gamaya. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Hari Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om. Chidarpanam. Jai Gurudev. So happy to have you all here. Have a great weekend. Have a great fortnight. I'll see you all tomorrow on our daily satsang of prayer and chanting. God bless all of you. Thank you, Nikhil, for hosting the session. God bless you all. God bless.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
God bless you all.